The left thinks the Second Amendment wasn't made for people who look like us. They said the same thing during the Jim Crow era, too. It's simply having guns out of the hands of law-abiding citizens was the answer. Detroit would be the safest place on earth.
Well, that was NRA Firearms Instructor Rick Ector. Ector has helped train thousands of minority women in Detroit on how to safely protect themselves with firearms, Sean, as crime just continues to skyrocket in the city, as we've discussed many times. According to the Detroit Police Department, get this, in 2020, there were 327 homicides, over 1,100 non-fatal shootings, and nearly 6,000 gun-related arrests. Well, joining us now is NRA Firearms Instructor Rick Ector. Rick, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you both for having me on. It's an honor.
Well, very excited to talk to you. If I understand correctly, you actually used to think that gun ownership was a bad thing, and now you're training thousands of women how to use these weapons for self-defense. So what changed?
You know, it all changed when I got robbed at gunpoint by two younger versions of myself. And let's just say I had an epiphany, and I did my homework and stopped listening to a lot of left-leaning politicians telling me that guns were bad.
That's unfortunate, but good. You know, it's interesting in that ad that we just played that you star in, the image the media presents about people buying guns and getting trained is very different than the reality that you present there. So I guess the question is, how misleading is what the media tries to tell us about guns and who's buying them and who's training on them than what you see firsthand?
Well, you very rarely see any positive imagery about citizens with guns. Usually we hear a lot of stuff about bad guys doing bad things. But when you talk about people who are normal, law-abiding, job-having citizens who have guns and families and just want to be left alone, man, it somehow is not really covered. And I'm here to say that I'm glad that I have had the opportunity of introducing people to what it means to be a responsible gun owner and protecting their families.
Well, Rick, talk to me about that, because you are training thousands of women. What's the training like, and what's been the response from these women that are taking your courses?
Well, they are empowered. They are glad that that they have the opportunity to receive the training. A lot of things that they've heard about guns, I dispel a lot of myths. Guns are not that complicated. However, with proper instruction, they can be handled and wielded by just about anyone. And they're thankful for the opportunity to learn, and the training that I provide over this annual program that I do. It's a mere introduction, and hopefully it will spur curiosity and have them explore the matter further.
So can I ask, like, where do these people come from? Is it word of mouth? Do you do advertising or outreach? How do they find out about you and the program?
I've been fortunate to have a lot of people who help me out in social media, man. You know, I put it out there on all the popular sites. I'm not on all of them. It seems like new ones are popping up all the time. You know, younger folks, I need to ask my daughter and maybe even my grandkids which site I need to belong to. But you know, the ones that everyone has heard of, that's where I am. And I'm looking to expand my reach further. But yeah, I haven't been spending money on advertising, just all social media and word of mouth.
Okay, so if people do want to go, if people are watching this now and say, hey, I live in the Detroit area or know someone, I want to get them trained, where do they go?
LegallyArmedInDetroit.com is where I would direct them to go. I do a lot of posts out there. Also on social media, if they can remember my name, Rick Ector. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and all the most popular ones that the old folks know about. If it's a site dominantly populated by young people, I'm probably not there yet.
Okay.
Rick, I'm impressed. You're on more than me, so good on you. Thank you for what you're doing to help train these women in self-defense so that they can protect themselves as we continue to sadly see this crime spike. Appreciate your time here tonight.
Hey, it's an honor to be on the show. Thank you both for having me, and have a great evening.
All right.